So you guys know I don't really pull any punches, so we're just going to jump right into this, and we're going to talk about dabbling, and we're going to talk about going all in. And here's the difference. When you dabble, you really can't get into a routine or gain any momentum. It's always just like, I'm going to try a little bit of this, I'm going to try a little bit of that. You're never really committing to anything, and committing to something sounds scary to some people. And for me, when I decided to do this, because I was a dabbler for a very long time, I'll just try a little bit of this, and I'll try this, but I don't want to do that because that seems hard, and I don't want to try that because that seems hard, and I don't think I can do it. Here's the difference. When you just dabble, nothing happens. Nothing. You just feel frustrated and irritated. When you go all in, and all in looks different to everybody, but when I'm talking about all in, I mean you follow the program to a T, and you don't do anything else except follow it to a T. So when you follow a program to a T, you will find, one, you'll have results because you're following it the way it's written. Two, it's easy to gain that momentum because you're just showing up every single day. And three, you're going to see that you can follow something all the way through. Because a lot of times when you dabble, like I said, you don't have to commit to anything. It's really easy to just back out, try something else, so you're not seeing anything to the end. So when I started this 4 years ago, I went all in. And I didn't give myself an out to say like, well, maybe I won't do it all in. Maybe I won't. No, I went all in because one, I'm skeptical. And I wanted to see if I can get those before and after results that you see. I didn't believe them. I thought they were all photoshopped. So I wanted to see if you could actually get those before and after results in a real person, like a real 40-year-old mom person, me. So I followed the nutrition plan, and it was scary to me because it just seemed hard, but it really wasn't. It was just me like getting it all worked up in my head. And I did the workouts just like they were laid out. Every single one after another. And guess what? In 21 days, I had a completely new body, a completely new outlook on life, a complete realization that those before and afters can actually happen. And it wasn't some crazy miracle pill, drug, whatever. It wasn't like, oh God, I just hope it happens. No, I just did the work and got the results. Now, am I saying that you have to be so very regimented in your nutrition and your workouts for your entire life? No. Is it realistic to think that you are never going to have a piece of cake or a donut or whatever ever in your life? No. But when you want to create some new motivation and momentum in your life, and you want to do something different than what you're doing now, then you need to go all in for whatever period of time that is. That's why I like a 3-week program, because it doesn't seem like a lot. It's just 21 days. And when I did a 3-week program for the first time, I was like, how the heck am I going to do this for 21 days? It felt like an eternity. But now, 4 years later, I'm like, oh, 21 days, it's not a big deal. But in the beginning, it felt like a lot. It felt like so much. But you just take it one day at a time. So, if you are dabbling in your life with whatever you're doing, if you're doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and you're just feeling frustrated, and you're not seeing any results, and don't feel like you're going anywhere, stop dabbling and just do it all in. Whatever that looks like to you, whatever that plan is. If you're dabbling in work and you're not progressing at work, go all in. If you're dabbling in your workouts and you're not seeing any results, and you just keep program hopping and trying a week of this and a couple of days of that, and I'm going to mix some things together that don't go together and see what happens. It doesn't work. Pick one thing and do the whole thing start to finish, because that's how you gain momentum. That's how you get results. That's how you get my straight talk coming right at you. And that's how you get the train off the derail of nothing ever can change for me, dabble syndrome, which I was in forever. And then you just get it on track to doing what you want to do and going in the direction that you wanted to, and realizing that it's a lifestyle change, and dabbling doesn't create a lifestyle change. Dabbling is just like trying different kinds of chips to see, I like all these chips, but I don't really want to commit to any of the chips. I mean, who doesn't like chips, right? But here's the thing, when you're just dabbling and trying all the chips, nothing really good happens. And I don't know how I got into this chip analogy, but it doesn't really make sense, but that's okay. But do whatever it is you're going to do all the way in. If you are running and you're just like, well, I only run. Well, guess what? If you only run, you're missing out on cross-training and you're missing out on nutrition. because I also only ran. And I was wondering why running was always so very hard, because I had zero core strength, and my glutes were not that strong, and my hamstrings and my quads were not that strong, and my nutrition was crap, because I'm like, oh, if I run, I can just eat all the donuts. It doesn't work out like that. But when you make a small tweak and you add in some cross training and you add in some different nutrition to fuel your body, things happen. So here's my suggestion. If you have been dabbling in lots of things, and we have been talking, and maybe you're just dabbling in your own life and you've just been watching over here. If you've just been dabbling, stop dabbling, please, because I don't want to see you being frustrated anymore. And if you're tired of dabbling and ready to make a plan, have a solution that creates momentum to create a lifestyle that you want to live in your own head, that you want to live, that you want to provide for your family. This isn't just like a one-person party. What started as me doing this 4 years ago for myself to see if I could get those before and after results has turned into 4 years of work for my entire family. So now I use programs and I follow the nutrition, and my husband does also, and he's lost weight and he's kept it off for 4 years. And my kids can use these workouts to cross-train and work on core strength and endurance and stamina and all those things for their sports and for dance. So the one little tweak that I made for myself has trickled into my whole family, which is really, really beneficial, because I'm not taking my kids to the gym, that's for sure, but they can have all the access to that stuff at home. But it all started with me deciding to stop dabbling, and just go all in, which was scary. And if you are just dabbling because it is less scary, you're not helping yourself. So sometimes you have to do the scary thing that just seems so hard to get over that hump, to make you realize that it's not that hard, and you can do hard things, and you can see something from start to finish. So that is what I have to talk to you about today, dabbling versus going all in. And I hope that this September, if you've been dabbling, you make the decision to go all in. And if you need help bridging that gap, I'm here to help. And I would love to share what has worked for me, share what's worked for my husband, share what's worked with many of the women and men that I work with, because it just takes one small change and one small decision to go from being a habitual dabbler who's feeling frustrated to someone who commits to something and sees it all the way through. And once you see it all the way through, it's easier to just start something again and see that all the way through, and then do the next thing and see it all the way through. And that's what I want for you. I want you to realize that you can see something all the way through, even when it gets a little bit hard in the middle, even when you don't think you need somebody cheering you on. Let me cheer you on, because that is my favorite thing to do. And just know that you can do hard things and you are worth it. And I just honestly want other moms, especially moms who are in their 40s or turning 40, to know that they can do something so good for themselves that doesn't take up a lot of time, that doesn't cost a lot of money, that doesn't bring them any mom guilt, but you can also have the results that you want. And your results can be different than mine. Maybe you don't care about a before and after picture to see if it's true. Maybe you just want to eat more vegetables. Maybe you want to add more fruits into your day. Maybe you want to just make sure you don't skip breakfast. I can do all those things and help you, but you have to make the decision to just do it and to know that you can see it all the way through. So let's do this together and see what can happen in September. Because like I said last week, September is like the new January, and it feels like everything starts over. So this is the perfect time to drop those dabbling habits and just go all in with something that brings you so much joy. All right, I will talk to you later. Goodbye.